everybody, and welcome back once again to Insomnia69. We're finally going to get some TF2 gaming happening at the TF2 event. It's no longer a tournament. We've got Witness Gaming versus tf2easy coming right up, and I am Bum, and that's equally.
It is. How's it going? It has been, as always, a slightly disjointed start to LAN, but then again, if you've ever been to a LAN, that's kind of just how it goes.
Hey, we
you
got
just
LAN
gotta roll with
servers
it.
on day one. We're actually playing at LAN on LAN.
Genuinely, shout out to Ari, one of the greatest guys in the community, but didn't even need him this year. Shout out to Twiku.
Easy. Speaking of too easy, TF2easy
Yep.
is going to be my little segue there. We've got the map bans in already. Obviously, both teams get 2 bans and 1 pick. The 7th map gets discarded. We have BO2 groups this year, and Witness Gaming and TF2easy both started out banning the same as they did in the final. Their permabans of Metal and Product, and then Easy banned Process and Witness banned Gully Wash. Is that what you were expecting?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like, don't you just win Gully whenever you have Silentes?
Yeah, I feel like
Isn't that the whole
that's
point?
the one thing I was going to point out, is I was not expecting the Witness ban of Gully. Like, that's definitely been one of their stronger maps. One of the, look at this!
Mate,
Fancy having that.
graphics,
Oh my
look
God.
at that, boys.
But yeah, that's been one of Witness Gaming's stronger maps and one of TF2easy's weaker maps, so I did not expect to see that happening. Maybe they're kind of gauging the water in group stage, seeing if they can play
Saving
some other maps.
strats, maybe?
Saving strats, perhaps, wink, wink. But yeah, the maps we do end up playing now are Witness Gaming pick Sunshine and TF2easy pick Snakewater. So, is one of these teams going to take it 2-0, or are we 1-1 splitting maps?
Honestly, I find it really difficult to predict this one. I think my guess would probably go towards it being a bit split. Obviously, we saw Witness doing really well in the grand finals recently. They did a great job against TF2easy. They, spoilers, sorry, it was like a month and a half ago, whatever. They won. But at the same time, like, TF2easy has been on it in terms of going to LAN. I know Kata said earlier, Witness has also been super, super on it. But I feel like, I don't know if they're quite at the point, especially on day one of LAN, when they're just going to kind of steamroll over and take both maps. I feel like the picks and bans are going to come into it enough to make it a fairly equal position. But at the same time, it's the kind of matchup where I also wouldn't have my mind blown if either team did 2-0 it, right? I think it's a really good game like that to get started with.
Yeah, absolutely. These are like 2 teams that are super close at the top of the Europe right now.
Yeah.
These were maps that were seen in the final. Snakewater, famously, we saw that 5-minute round timer come into play quite a lot. There was some round resetting going on that Snakewater last. Do you think Easy will have sorted out how to break through that last hold that Witness have set up, seeing as they've just picked it into them now?
I don't know, maybe this is a little bit kind of exploratory, but I know that whatever happens, no one here at this LAN is going to be looking to waste too much time on Snakewater last. And to be honest, I don't think either of these teams are looking to waste too much time going into this game as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they've got 12 players on the server and pretty much ready to go, I think.
Very good segueing. We don't have too much time to waste on the desk, is what you're trying to say.
Pretty much.
We've got 2 excellent casters, some Danish blokes ready to take us away on our first game of Insomnia69. It's going to be Wandom and Beta with TF2easy versus Witness.
Oh, hey everyone. Yeah, let's get away from these talk desks, because we actually have a game here to play, Wandom. I'm Peter. I rode my Viking ship across the channel, and my partner in crime.
I cycled. I got my bicycle. I cycled all the way, trundled along 5th gear. I'm here. We made it.
Yeah, we actually made it. It was really good. And we've got the ETF12 final rematch here. And this is going to be really exciting, because we knew that Swift were probably not going to be able to stand up to Witness very well, but we probably didn't expect TF2easy to fold as much as they did against Protec, but who knows just how actually these guys match up against each other, because these are the first matches in the game, and we have to keep that in mind. So nobody knows exactly how they stack up against each other. So what's your feeling about this? How do you think?
I don't know what to tell you, honestly. Like, going into TF2easy versus Frotech, which we did not get to cast, unfortunately.
No.
I was expecting Frotech to 5-0, 5-0 roll TF2easy. And They took rounds on both maps, right? They didn't win, but it was closer than I expected. They managed to put up a decent fight. If you are tf2easy going into this game, they really didn't have an answer for a lot of what Witness Gaming threw at them, which also, to be honest, in the grand final was not a whole lot. It very much felt like they were saving strats for LAN. They did not push. I feel like when they could have, and they probably should have as well. Going into it now, I want to see something a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah. All right. So, like, one of the things that I really want to see them actually do, as we are going live here, so as we roll out here, I want to see tf2easy, I want to see them be much more aggressive, much less respect to their opponent. I want them to not see them back off at all. I want them to just play their best game. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're actually already on mid, so let's get in-game here, as Naspo is going to be the first one to put out some damage.
He's putting out some decent damage so far, but look at this, the bombs are already coming in. The aggressive Witness Gaming mid coming across. Decent damage, Domo Mula just dead immediately now already. Seed's the only one dead for tf2easy. They have the player numbers to stay in here. Silla's on top, but he can't really do much. He's just around 20 HP. He's going to get shot down eventually. Projectiles, they don't do enough damage quite for him to be able to find anything now. Just Tomas, he's 25 HP, and Josh sends him into the death zone.
Yeah, that was just one scout dancing around some explosive classes. We've seen this one before, but you know, this is LAN. You got LAN Rockets, and Josh, he hits a really nice one there. So a very close mid, and tf2easy, they're going to take the first one. They're not in the best position in the world, right? Like, we see Nobby, he was kind of in hot water out there. He was a little bit far forward. It's fine. He's out alive now, and they're going to be able to set up on mid. But, you know, both medics did die in mid. The Ubers are practically even, so they're going to be able to see if they can put on some pressure here and see if they can actually just chisel their way through this defense that we're sure to be seeing here. Because the team holding second are always expected to be a bit more passive than the one holding mid. And obviously they are slightly more incentivized to just be more passive. But we'll see how tf2easy approaches this. Usually, I think we're going to see two soldiers, but what are some other...
I mean, it really depends, right? They kind of have to pick up poison. It's hard to engage either real way that they come into. There's not many, there's just a lot of choke points on Sunshine, right? You have Valley, there's a little bit more open, but Cafe, honestly, if you are Nubby, you are able to do these sort of speed shots with Cafe, it is an option. You can see now, Josh clearing sticks already, but he has to be careful. Look at that, he's already down to 70 HP, can't commit any further. Nubby's just taking a 1v1 on the flank. If you want to get aggressive, you're not going to try to take that 1v1. You want to sort of keep your health up. There's a scout here to help him, but so far, honestly, looks like they're just trying to apply a little bit of pressure on the flank. Finally, he's bombing in. There's a second bomb coming out of Josh, not doing enough damage. They just get shot down immediately there by Ixie and Tomas. Nubby just going down now. 2 frags for tf2easy. They're going to be looking to try and get into middle. No soldiers means that there's a lot less spam to deal with. Silentes bombing in immediately. Target Seeds as he just pops the Uber. Both teams now using it. And both soldiers and tf2easy, they're far back in Cafe. They're not in at all. Gazzy taken down by the scouts. Nashboy, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Caesar's gone down in the meantime. Tomas finds 2. And Nashboy is out. There's just a Kunu barreling across point, but he doesn't find any frags. It's just 2 alive. tf2easy, they are out of middle, and they have a ginormous advantage to face.
Yeah, that Uber exchange just went so well for Witness Gaming. That doesn't bode well for tf2easy when they lose like a pretty straight up fight. You know, like it looked like Siege was trying to hold on to it, but he kind of didn't have the nerve to really hold on to it for any significant amount of time. And then by the time he popped it, he wasn't in that great of a position. And by the time the Uber ran out, he was just a dead man. So that's going to be a really nice position now. We're probably going to wait for Uber. We do have some sniper here just on morale, just to keep everyone back, but I don't think Mula is going to be in any danger of actually dropping to that. I think it's just going to pop on entrance here. The small Uber ad, if they're not fast enough, Siege will absolutely build this Uber. He is the fastest in the game, but they're in London.
They're already in. Domo just takes the Uber, and they're just going to have to take down the sentry immediately. But they haven't actually found it. This is so much time wasted just trying to get onto the sentry gun. Because of that, yes, they found it going to W. They're still going to try to come in, but it's going to be a lot harder now that they don't have the ground to gain on point. The Gazzy Pyro is out, and it's taken down 2 already. There they are. The EU gimmicks come out strong, and yeah, once again, that sentry gun, it just didn't go down fast enough. It allowed the rest of tf2easy take some time, get some kills. Now it's 2 dead. Seeds has 50 advantage. They're looking to push into second already. They're just going to go in. Josh taking a trade with Pappy. Pappy back in choke now. Both teams kind of trading already, but the damage is coming out of tf2easy. They're trying to get in. There's a big bomb coming onto Silentes, and he manages to get the force. That's huge. Mula almost has it. He could just come right back in if he wants to. They're getting through Cafe now. Domo bombing in. The Uber's been popped. There's a nice air shot onto Pap. Gets destroyed by Ixie. Dead as well. It's just dying.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, this is gonna be extremely difficult. Alright, look at this. Mula's actually dancing. He evaded that scout so well.
Am I working? Guys.
Yeah. Alright.
Am I working? Nice.
And eventually it's going to be a pretty much equalization here of the Uber spot. Mula did a really nice escape. There's a soldier on top of the bell tower. He's going to just have to get out. He has no one to back him up at all. So Witness Gaming kind of saving himself like through the banner and everything. Soldier's in again now in the skybox. It's just a big distraction. So Lenses, don't get near my medic button.
Yeah, this right now is such a scrappy fight, but tf2easy, they're getting these 2 soldier frags. Pappy down, Silenta's down. Means that it's a little bit hard for them to come in. Josh dead as well, but shouldn't matter too much right now. There's 1 player behind in Ixie, and he's going for the back cap. There's a little bit of a block actually coming out immediately. It's going to be a 1v1 on second. Hits a nice shot. Gazzy just 2-shot down. Ixie in onto the medic. Doesn't quite find any damage now, but the rest of tf2easy, they have to back off because Witness Gaming are just forwards onto the point. ×3 cap as Thomas is taking this Uber. There's a counter Uber ready to be popped, and it is by Seeds. Now 2 players with him right now. Thomas 185. Just gonna sit on point. There's no ground for tf2easy. They have to back off. They're just on last here.
They got 2 spawners though, so they could actually go forward and try to get a bit if Witness Gaming get too aggressive. So they need to be very careful. But Thomas, he's just in, man. He doesn't care. All right, he's gonna get taken down very easy. But oh my god, look at Domo.
The double kill.
The double kill. That could open up everything. They're gonna rotate around before they go in here though. And we do have Josh on the banner. It's actually pretty well built already. He's doing a ton of damage, doing work, but here comes the soldier bomb in. So he's so weak already. He's gonna go for the soldier instead. Not quite gonna be able to get in here.
They're just on the point, but the Pyro does so much damage. Ixie somehow still alive right now. Look at the cap time on the point, it's huge, but there's just no positioning for tf2easy to really have to worry about here. Witness Gaming is routed off for now. They get those 2 soldier kills, but now it's Domo dead on second. Honestly, now, if you're tf2easy, you're looking to push into second here.
Yeah, the enemy gate is down. You go. There's no one to hold the chokes here. Gonna see Gassy and Josh to jump in super aggressively. Actually, body block Silentes shoots him down into the ground. That's a crater kill. They do still pop the Uber though. Not exactly what they wanted. Here comes the counter Uber in. But these scouts and soldiers, they need to do a lot of work for this to be worth they want them.
Domo's not with them in this Uber push, which means it's just a lot less damage for Witness Gaming to try and come in. They found a kill into Nasboy though. It's a really good start, but they just don't have the players right now. The health, not there either. They're just gonna sit back on second. They're trying to crack the nut that is Sunshine last. Once again, I have to remind you guys, it is a 5-minute round timer up in that top side, which means that tf2easy, potentially, they could just run down the clock. They don't have that much incentive to try and push out. We saw this in the finals, where it kind of was this slow game. And now the question is this sniper out of Thomas, is this the answer to break this last hold?
Yeah, we do have a battalion on 82% on Josh, and it is the battalion's backup. And what that thing does is that it disables all crits and a lot of damage. So it just perfectly counters the sniper if Josh manages to build that. So you can actually push out really aggressively if you actually want to do that. So he has it built already. So just keep that in mind. If we have a push, Josh can actually pop that Uber and completely negate the sniper. But you don't just want to pop it for nothing here. They have taken down the center gun. That's going to open up the doors here for some sniper to peek forward. The soldier maybe go in. You always want to have the sentry gun up, but they're doing a pretty good job. Thomas actually, he's been pretty far. He's looking to just maybe go for the hero shot. No, he waffles a bit.
It's a bit difficult to go for the hero shot, right? There's so many players just spamming you down in every corner, but with the sentry gun down, they're actually just going to bomb the point here. Bar Alexi on the sniper, headshot out of Thomas. Does a decent job in sort of denying Josh from committing further into that. Now Domo is going to re-aggress onto the point. You can see how much free damage he gets because it's just so hard to deal with him. That sniper as well has to start doing some work now. It's been up for a while. Thomas has to try and refresh, but he gets the battalions.
Oh, the double soldier bomb.
Josh here. It's in. Decent damage as Domo destroyed on the flank there. Nubby and Josh combined to just destroy him completely. Gazzy, headshot as well, though. They're 2 down here. That's no pyro. Nubby's in behind, though. He's found a little bit of a flank. In the meantime, Mulik's just in. Thomas taken down already. Ixie's on the point. Now the Uber.
Soldier's behind. He's kind of...
teams.
Yeah, the soldier's behind. He's trying to cut them off, but he got there just a bit before the Uber ran out, and as a result, he's probably going to be a pick here.
Oh, no! He's just on
the backup! The backup!
Ixie! The EU gimmicks are out in force here today.
Yeah, we've seen this, like, it happened almost a couple of times against Prototech with Gassy, but Ixie just sneaks in there, man. That was not really supposed to go to Witness Gaming. That was a poor position for them, and Ixie just comes in there. You know, some people were putting a lot of questions about whether or not how good Ixie was. Maybe me. All right, but he's really proven himself to be an incredible player, and he just shows it right there. That's a big play. That's going to be 1-0 for Witness.
It's such a huge point on a map like Sunshine as well. It can be slow, but look at how fast Witness Gaming are. They love these aggressive middles on Sunshine, and they just take it right to tf2easy. But it's not looking that easy for them, actually. Honestly, Tomas trying to get some kills onto Seeds. He's dodging, though, and he lives 13 HP in the enemy cafe. He's not out of it quite yet because there are so many projectile classes trying to shoot him down. It's just more Alexi and tf2easy with Seeds on second right now. They're going to be building up this Uber. They're going to have to pop this just to get out. Back in onto middle they go through Cafe. Soldier sitting above them already. He's going to pepper down damage onto Seeds, but he's just riding it out of there.
Wow.
And Seeds, the escape artist, he's back on his own second. He's got Uber, and it's an advantage as well. Mula died on the middle. Massive stuff out of Seeds.
Yeah. Getting out is not impressive, but getting out without using the Uber, that's insane. And very, very close. So they're going to be coming in here. They're going to just take in the very aggressive Nasboy Uber. He is in deep. Oh, gets saved.
Oh.
Clutch. Like, it is a real art to just ride your scout pocket really far forward into Uber and then getting there to flash him in time. That's a beautiful Uber coming out here from tf2easy, and they are just going to ride this momentum in. There's going to be no pressure at all on second. They have just completely conceded it on Witness Gaming. They're going to be holding last here. They do have an Uber to hold last with, but that's not usually something people push off of because it's not a big ad. It's like a 50% ad.
Yeah, 50% ad is hard to push out, specifically on a map like Sunshine, just because there's so much ground to cover, there's so many flanks to cover. It's so easy. We saw Ixie do it just a round before, but trying to get in onto last here, it's going to be a bit difficult. How do you sort of push out with this Uber? So instead, they're setting up the gun, they've got the Pyro onto Tomas as well. 2 battalions on Silentes and Pappy both. They are stalemating the heck out of this.
Yeah. I do have a feeling that we're going to be seeing a lot of banners because Sunshine is a pretty good banner map. You can get a pretty good spam position as Soldier. Like this top left area we see play is really good, and also the right area is fine as well for spamming. Like you can get a bunch of chip damage in there. We do have the Domo on the loose cannon, and I've always wondered like exactly what it is the spam angle that really works. I guess it's the right side doorway, right? Where you can stand kind of on the point and then spam some pipes over there. That's definitely what he's doing right now. We've seen Habib do it a bunch, but I haven't really seen it implemented properly where you just completely shut things down. It's worth keeping in mind. Thomas peeking very aggressive. Come on, shoot him, bro. Shoot him with the rocket. Do it.
Josh, come on. Shoot the rocket. He's not going to do it. He's going to walk back instead into lobby. And once again, I mean, just riding down this timer, it's completely fine for tf2easy. Josh wants to bomb in, but the Pyro class exists. Goes again, the salty run back. There's a sentry gun instead, my friend. He's set around the skybox and just completely shut down there. Josh, he tried to make it work a couple times, but the sack comes out, does nothing. I feel like, honestly, though, that's completely fine.
Yeah.
Totally lose Josh here. It's not that big of a deal. tf2easy, they're just going to set out on second here, and they're going to be completely fine. Tomas now on Spy, just to check. See if there's any off-classes.
I was going to say this. I want to see some man treads.
Oh,
and we do see
Nubby.
man treads on Josh
Nubby,
and Nubby.
there we go.
Double man tread bomb. You cannot... Okay, so what man tread does is it reduces the knockback by like 70 or 80% or something.
Yes.
So it's very difficult for a sentry gun to really knock you back. Same thing for a Pyro, obviously scouts. So this can be a very difficult type of bomb to get in, but you still need to get in there without getting just shredded by a demo man first. So let's see the angle that they get in here, but this is exciting. They're bringing out the strats here for Land Wandom.
Yeah, they're going to have to deal with the Pyro as well, but when they bomb in, there is one target, and that man's name is Mula. Has to dodge the 2 soldier bombs. Nubby already in now from lower. He's going to bomb forwards. He's not found the medic. He just doesn't see anyone, and Josh neither does not even get... They get about 50 damage on Mula, but that's just not enough. Nubby, unfortunately, just couldn't find him.
Yeah. I think that was just like a matter of not having like perfect information going in. If they knew where the medic was, that almost certainly would have worked. So I wonder if they're going to try the same thing again. We'll see. Looks like it. No, those are regular old gunboats.
Yeah, those are gunboats.
Yeah, you have like the thick leather boots.
Yeah.
I don't know. that makes you steer better in midair, right? Like I think
Yeah.
that makes sense from a low
100%.
perspective. Yeah. That just makes sense. But we have a double battalions backup built here, so this is going to be a really tough nut to crack. I don't know how you make a nut tougher to crack, but I don't know. I want to say it's like been steel.
Yeah, steel-plated nut.
Yeah.
As right now, once again, I don't even think TF2 Easy, unless they get a push presented where they just completely wipe TF2 Easy, Witness Gaming just don't want to push. Because you look at the round timer, it's 1 minute 30 left. They would much rather just get a clean mid-fight instead of having to deal with pushing through seconds and all of the trouble that entails, having to clean flanks. Make sure that someone doesn't bomb your medic. Instead, it's much safer, much easier just to go to last. But there we go. The Uber's actually just in onto Mara Lexi. They're trying to make something work, but they've just been completely denied instead. They trade out the Ubers, but one banner comes out of Pappy. No, it's
double
actually
banner,
two.
double banner. Yeah, they actually got rid of both. Yeah, they got rid of both of the banners. So
Sentry Gun's dead as well now.
yeah, they're making headway. This is actually really nice. They didn't like do a whole lot, but they got rid of so much of the late event. There's a scout on the point.
The reflects out of the pyro coming in though. Tomas does so much work and they're heavy as well. Damage comes out huge here for Witness Gaming, and there is just nowhere to be seen. Look at them. They're still not pushing second.
Gassy is in a back cap position. You can see he's playing the lower area. He's just waiting for his chance to push out, but Witness Gaming...
They're just not pushing.
No.
They're just staying on last. These guys. Cadus has been coaching them. No push.
Yeah. So I think the logic here is that if you push out and get second with an Ubrat, that's still worse than getting a clean mid-fight where everything's even, right? Because it's just a matter of, do you want to gain 1 point or do you want to gain 1.5 points, basically?
Exactly. So right now, I mean, Witness Gaming, they're going to have to just deal with these constant Uber trades coming in. TF2 Easy don't have much of a choice. It's just 9 seconds left. But Domo has found a kill onto Josh, a kill onto Gazi as well. The heavy does decent damage. Domo has actually gone down 2-1.
Wait, they have so many alive.
It's so close. There's one soldier. They're so close to capping and they just don't get it in time. Celentes finds 4 kills. And in the end, they hold it on. The round will reset. TF2 Easy were inches away from taking that round.
Yeah, I feel like there was a soldier with a pickaxe on the point. Could you imagine if that was like the double...
The double pain train?
Yeah, the double pain train. Like that would have been maybe the ticket there, but oh well, they did a really good job. There was so much stuff they had to shred through, and they actually did a really admirable job trying to get that. But we're going to go into another mid-fight here. It's going to be still 1-0 in favor of Witness Gaming after all of that. Still about 13 minutes remaining in the map, but this is a fast roll from Nubby.
I mean, every soldier on this map just loves going fast. Happy's dead already, but look at Celentes. He's managed to force out the whole red combo. He's just soloing them on his own. The Giga Chad is here. He's shooting him up, and Seeds is dead. He destroys TF2 Easy. Celentes is here. Giga Chad's in chat, and that man, he's carrying his team to victory so far. TF2 Easy, they're not done with this mid-fight yet. They actually have the high ground. They might even take this, but Mular is still alive. 80% Uber charge. They can just wait for their players, and they can come right back in. Tomas, he wants to send it in through Cafe already. Ixie in already as well. Nasboy down to 50 HP, and he's all the way back in his own Cafe. One soldier on top just has to bomb out. Witness Gaming have willed their way back onto middle, and they're going to get this point for free. They get to push second with an Uber edge. You can see TF2 Easy, they're so far back.
Yeah,
they don't have anything.
Very, very calm and collected response to that situation, because they were going to lose midpoint for a long time. It looked like you could have definitely just gone in very aggressively and try to contest it, but they didn't do that. Nubby's going to flank, trying to cause some rockets. Actually takes down Celentes. That's a pretty decent result for him, but at the end of the day, it's just too much pressure here. The Uber from Ula is just too scary. And taking down Gazi there, not being able to get out alive, they're going to just roll in here until last. And this just looks like an Uber. Oh, he's in so deep, dude.
He's only 80%. They don't have Uber and TF2 Easy. Tomas is on the point. The Uber's finally capped out. They've got 1 kill onto Tomas, but it's just not enough. You need more than 1 frag. You can see now Ixie might actually be caught out in the flank here. He's running around in last, trying to dance around, trying to get some cap points. It's so close, but they don't get it.
Onto Mula.
Now it's 2. Nubby finds the force, and it's so far back here. This, for Witness Gaming, is not what you want to see. That Uber fudge. They wanted to use that for last. Instead, they've just lost it on second. Now, Witness Gaming, they're kind of on the back foot. It's not the end of the world. It's not giant Uber to sad. Yeah. I don't think TF2 Easy will push off this.
No, it depends on how desperate they are. And if you look at the timer, there's still 11 minutes remaining, and it resets after 4.5 minutes-ish. Poppy's actually in pretty deep. Gonna try and see if he can get the top. Ixie has run in from lower. They take down the heavy, and with that last kill, this is gonna be the end. We have Nubby giving chase with the Joss as well. And they want to do a very quick sorted bomb out here. If they can get the force out or just get enough space, that's going to be good. But the sorted bomb comes in from the skybox onto the medic.
Oh! The map there. Doing Mula wonders, doing Seeds wonders rather, as he just manages to dodge. If that was a wall, they would have splashed onto him. He probably might have died.
Yeah, there was no wall there. There was actually like the cliff area.
Yeah.
You know, there is the invisible wall, obviously, that make sure that you don't fall off the cliff there. But yeah, you're very right. If that was a wall, he would have been done for. He didn't have like any Uber to do with that.
Silentes is on Spy right now. I think is the answer that Witness Gaming are sort of trying to present to this problem of how do you bust into second, right? They're all sort of positioning around Choke right now. Silentes could have to slowly weave his way in on to second.
The slower he does this, the more suspicious
it is.
We're going to see everyone.
Needs some speed, but I'm pretty sure he's on the Cloak and Dagger, which just means he needs some time to recharge, right? He's going to have to stand still a couple times. And Witness Gaming, they can kind of take this slowly. You can see Nubby already sort of peeking in lower. Eventually, as you're saying, tf2easy, they will get suspicious. Pappy bombing in, immediately shut down by sticky bombs, and that prompts Witness Gaming to run all the way back. Now Silentes, he's made his way into lobby. There's two scouts, look at them. They're kind of shooting for him already. They know.
Yeah, he played this too slow, I think, because it just looked so obvious. Like, there's only one sorted bombing in, and the problem is that they've been doing a double sorted bomb every single time. At least get like a semi-bomb from a soldier first, and then you get like the real bomb after that. And we didn't see that at all. They just see like a soldier that's missing in action, and the logical like just conclusion to that is that there must be a spy hiding around somewhere. All right, so then he's gonna try and uncloak.
Unfortunate. Just ends up finding Nubby around the corner. The pistol not enough, so the spy is now taken down. And Witness Gaming, they're just going to stay on middle once again. Guys, we're going to say this a lot this tournament. More than the 69 jokes and the funny number every time, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyone says 69 joke, they owe me a pint.
So you owe yourself a pint. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. No, we're gonna talk about the Ryan timer a lot because it is a recent change, and I don't think that in North America they're playing around it enough. Europe is almost the opposite. We, especially in the final, they love playing it so slow, both of these teams. Just play the round timer down, especially if you're tf2easy. Why go in onto middle trying to push in when it's like even play and stuff like that? Silentes is in!
Oh
He's so close! And Silentes just gets the Uber pop out. Seeds had to right-click there. If he did not, it would be a massive advantage. Like, it's still a massive advantage.
Didn't Morale like block it semi, so it didn't hit him directly?
Yes.
But then he still took enough damage that he would have cratered.
Yeah, he would have cratered.
Yeah, so he actually had to pop. That's a huge play from Silentes. Like, this man is playing on like a 60Hz monitor that's crap, having sun on it and everything. It doesn't matter. He's just a playmaker, and everyone knows it. Mula, oh, he's so weak. He actually gonna pop. Yeah, okay. It's a really nice pop in. Or bomb in there.
Nubby, he's just in behind. He's playing spy, but he can't do anything. Has to just jump right back out. It's only a kill onto Thomas here for tf2easy. Look to see if they're gonna want to try and push this. Once again, 2 minutes on the round timer. I feel like you can't even push off this. You have an advantage, right? And it's a pretty decent one. 50% going onto middle. I think this is doable. They should be able to push this. If this is Froyotech, they're pushing this.
Yeah. Like, you know, you mentioned that European teams, they like to play a little slower, right? And maybe the
Thomas.
Oh my God! He's in. Nobody's
uncloaking. No, he doesn't get it. The Uber's coming out of Seeds now, but Witness Gaming, they're so far back, but they've lost Domo, which means no Demo Man. They have no contest. But look at this. They're all around Witness Gaming here. They're just surrounding tf2easy. Thomas has found a kill onto Gazi, but it's a kill onto Mula. It's a kill onto Thomas. Nubby goes down for it, but it's 3 players up for Witness Gaming, 3 players up for tf2easy, but tf2easy, they've got their combo alive, they've got the Demo Man, they've got the Scout. Mora Alexi with his medic is going to keep Seeds alive, give him another advantage here once again. Going to be sitting about 60-70% advantage, going in onto middle. They have so much positioning here. I'm surprised how slow they're taking it, just taking no chances at all.
Yeah, this is actually I think it's correct to play it slowly because the timing works out really well where you have the Urat and you also have enough time to cap it out. Oh my God!
He's nasty. The bomb's coming in out Silentes now, and it's an absolute nuke onto Seeds. Someone stop this man!
Just play after play after play. Every time you think there's a big advantage coming out here for tf2easy, Silentes is just there to ruin their day. It's unbelievable that he can keep getting away with it, but he just keep doing it. So it is going to be a big Uberat now for Mula, and also it's going to be just a heal advantage as well. They could actually push in already now if they really wanted to. You can see Thomas, he's kind of like surveying the area. Look how far back everyone on tf2easy are. They are just holding as far back as you can be while still technically being on the point. They have like a toe in there, and that's all they're doing. They're just putting their soldier in a position where they can bomb in. Now they're getting ready for this push. But I think Witness Gaming, they might just be really comfortable just slowing it down and just taking it easy.
Yeah, they are one
Okay,
round.
They are actually going to play the advantage. I'm happy. I'm happy.
They are. They're going in, but Josh, in the meantime, he's up on the high ground, bombing onto Mula. Does a lot of damage and choke, but it's not quite enough. There we go. No, Mula drops. He's taken down by Gazi here on the back lines. There's so many fights happening in Valley, but in the end, Witness Gaming have come out of a DM slugfest. It just happened all over the map at once. Nasboy, Seeds, the only ones up, but Seeds has Uber. They're still not quite out of this, but they have to back off so far back. They're all the way at last here. They have the Uber, but no players. They're going to have to contest second here. Witness Gaming, they're even going to go in here? They're just sitting back on middle. I feel like, honestly, you could probably sit up in second.
Yeah, like they definitely had the manpower to take a lot of space. I think there's just the fact that they had to get mid there that really slowed them down. But, you know, I really love this game so far just because of how imbalanced it is, right? Like, there's very often we see one medic being alive and the other is dead, or the Uber advantages are not, like, they don't line up. So we're going to get another push in here onto mid. tf2easy, they're doing a lot to just take him down. Morale actually going to trade that with Poppy. Poppy will probably count his lucky star there to be able to actually get an even trade out of this. And Witness Gaming, they're not backing off on them.
No, but tf2easy, they're taking the Uber charge straight into them. Witness Gaming, they just don't have an Uber charge. Mula somehow is not taken down here by the pipes. And Tomo's found to kill. Ixie's dead, but somehow Mula, there was so much shots fired at him, and he just lives through all of it. Domo's in Valley right now, and he's found another one with the lock and load. This weapon, the Nakari railguns are out in force on land, and they're doing numbers on tf2easy right now. That's Josh dead. That looked like it was awful. They could have crunched them on tf2easy. Witness Gaming would have died. Unfortunately, the shots just don't come through.
Yeah, that I feel like this could probably just be on day 2. That goes differently, right? Where you just fully won't go. So Lynn's gonna go in here, clear some space. This is good. But yeah, like just the wiggles coming out of Mula, just gets his way out of there. Now we have the full push on in. Everyone's in spawn. This could be a really big problem. Look at this, everyone just being pounded in here. But okay, finally they do come out of it. But the Gassy Pyro has gone down. This could be a big boon here on the Witness attack.
Yeah, the Witness attack is coming in strong. They're finding kills now. It's just a scout and a medic on the point, and the rest of Witness Gaming are regressing back in. They want to get this 2-0. Silentes doing so much work, and he finds everyone. This man is insane.
Every single time, when you can just need a little bit to come up big, Silentes does it. Like, it's just, it was such a good hold, actually, like, considering what tf2easy was. But then the re-push with Silentes just comes in and he just hits everything. And just his movement is perfect and he just plays it really, really nicely. That's going to be 2-0. We have Nobby very quick here on mid. There's not really anything for him to pressure. Actually does on Domo. All right. Doesn't really happen too much here. Now we're going to be ready for the real mid fight.
Yeah, the mid-fight's coming out now. Pappy's sitting on the enemy cafe. Nubby's just going in behind, trying to distract some players. A lot of damage onto Seeds. He's 17 HP. Somehow surfed out. Single kill onto Silentes here. So much damage onto tf2easy. That bomb onto Seeds. It didn't kill him, but he had to surf it out of Valley. He was not healing his team. At Witness Gaming, they capitalized. They punish. Pappy's chasing in onto last. He's not going to find him because Seeds is in spawn. But it's so much ground taken now for Witness Gaming.
Yeah, this is just the time where they can really lock things down. Look at the timer. This is just, you need 2 rounds here if you're tf2easy, so you basically don't have the luxury of being able to sit back on last. It's gonna be, yeah, it's basically over. Sorry to break to you. Like, you need to go so fast. You can still get around in like 30 seconds now, but like if you just look at the Uber ads, or the Uber situation, as I say, there's not really much of an ad to speak of. But this is very different. Oh, this sneaky Domo sneaky trap gonna take down Gassy, and now all of a sudden this double scout Uber is a single scout Uber, and that is not very powerful. Actually, they do take down Ixie and Tomas somehow. Seeds contributing with the kills here, and this has all of a sudden turned out from being a bad push, but oh my god.
Oh, Domo! The lock and load is back, baby, and it's doing so much work. The kill onto Seeds, as you were saying, that pretty much shuts down the game for tf2easy. 2 rounds in 1.5 minutes, pushing out from your own last. Yes, they've gotten second, but how did they get the rest of the points twice? It's very, very difficult for them. They're just gonna have to kind of back off. They can't even push in because Seeds went down. Mula back up, Nubby hitting nice rockets there onto Silentes, down to 4 HP. Ixie dead as well.
This is actually a really good play, right? You might not be able to get the map, but you can still get around it. You can still play really well. And look at that, just crunching everyone in choke. Domo's alive. He does have, you know, the sickest lock and load pipes in existence.
He's not backcapping with the pain train, man. Don't do this to him. He's sticking up choke, but he's not going to get it. The cap time is not fast enough. Instead, now they know he's behind. Sticky bomb, 5k? Anyone? Just
like he basically has to jump out and hope he can get there.
Yeah.
You know, because the demo man behind lines is basically the worst thing in the world.
Not a sniper. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, they catch out Domo and he's gonna go down. He probably would have been better off just kill binding, to be honest, but you know, he gave it a college try. You know, I'm not gonna go too hard on him when this time. So you know, we have 25 seconds here to make a last push, get a point on the board here for tf2easy. That would probably help them feel really good coming in here for the second map. Actually, Silentis.
Yeah, it's decent so far. Mula's called out. The Uber ad is kind of big, but now they have to deal with the Heavy. The Heavy does so much work. They have to do so much damage immediately. They're trying to get onto the point here. There's decent damage. Everyone on Witness Gaming is weak, but the pipes and the stickies are coming out of Domo. It's a 3k for him. You might call it a no-skill weapon. He finds 2 frags, and that's Witness Gaming with 2 rounds on the board. 2-0, map number 1.
That's a perfect game, right? If you don't lose a round, it's a perfect game.
Yep.
I think that's something people say sometimes, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But with this game, I think they're very happy about it because they weren't really that close to ever being in danger, right? They held on to every last point perfectly until they held on to everything right, and then they just slowly went in there. So, I think they're very happy about it. Do we have a desk or not?
We do not have a desk.
All right, okay.
I can look over. There's no one there.
Yeah, I was like, are they blackout drunk?
Desk.
But no. Okay, we're cool. We're good.
AZN's on the desk. He's right over there.
Oh yeah.
Guys, you won't believe in Twitch chat. AZN's right over there. He's teaching me how to play the game. I'm getting really good at it.
Yeah. Step 1, look for walls. But what I want to say is, like tf2easy, it looked like they were getting better as the game progressed, right? Like it was just big plays that worked out really well for Silentis, and then like some Ubers like Nasboy and Morale not being able to get to Mula just fast enough. And it feels like it's very much inches in these situations that's doing it. So, you know, it's 2-0. It's not a roll. It's a game where it was a pretty slow pace, and Witness Gamer are very good at just like grinding out. But it was like just big plays, right? Like it was an Ixie back cap, and it was like a bunch of really big plays coming out of Silentis. And then Domo went bananas with the lock and load.
Domo's one of those players that I was not seeing that much of through the regular season, right? He's not that same sort of shining player for me in the way that you look at someone like Habib, right? But he's coming out huge. I think when you have that sort of, when you're naturally in the team, you're a bit of a role player. When you come out and you're also fragging, on top of just being a demo man role player, you get to do a lot of damage. That's feeling really good for Witness Gaming.
Yeah, I like that you call him a demo man roleplay. He does like a ton of damage. I feel like that's underselling Domo by quite a bit.
It is.
Also, I will just say, nothing can ever make Domo use the stock pipes.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's just what's happening here, right? Use the Iron Bomber. It's no longer like objectively better than the stock pipes. It's probably better still, I would argue. But
it's better, yeah.
But, you know, you could definitely make the argument that it's fine.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
but no, he's just on lock and load. He's doing that all season, and then he's been doing the loose cannon on last. And, like, I still haven't really seen, like, the perfect spam angle that really makes that work. I'm assuming it's on the right side when you're standing near the point, and you just, like, bounce to really heavily. But it's hard to say, but that's Sunshine. I might just bring up some logs here while you talk, but do you think Snakewater is going to be any different?
I think Snakewater might be even slower, guys. I'm very sorry to say it. We saw it in the grand finals, and Snakewater was kind of slow. It was probably one of the less good maps that we had. I mean, it was one of the better maps, rather, I should say. But it was still, like, this won't be fast. They're going to play to the round timer, especially what we've seen this game. Witness Gaming are so happy to play for that round timer. On a map like Snakewater last. Unless tf2easy have some crazy tech to break the sentry in front of the point hold that we've seen, it's just gonna...
Yeah, it might just be... Like, I feel like we've seen a lot of, like, strategical play coming out of both teams, right?
Yeah.
Like, the double... man treads, double banners, spy play. Right? Like, we might just see a bunch of like spies sapping sentries and sending in a man tread, sort of like weird stuff that you normally wouldn't do. But it's just so much easier to communicate on land and just sitting there and brainstorming and coming up with ideas, right? Like, what are you gonna do? Drink beer? Like, even when you're doing that, you're probably still brainstorming TF2, right?
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine like going to LAN, socializing, and not just playing video games? Like, what's that?
Not me.
No. I'm here for video games.
Yeah,
I'm here to play games.
Yeah. Oh, and fun fact, top damage that game, Thomas. The scout top damage. Like, Thomas is a beast. I'd say Thomas is the fishiest scout in Prem, right? Like, he just hits so much so often. Yeah. So it is maybe he's just not he's just that good, I think. Yeah. I saw him play like a bunch of like aim training maps and stuff. Yeah. It's probably because he's really good, and Poppy had a good game despite him not having a lot of kills.
So let's just went positive on Roma, which I think is a sight to behold in and of itself.
Yeah.
Going positive on Roma in a map like that's that slow, where you're kind of just sending in your Roma over and over again.
Yeah, that's
to still somehow go positive is kind of insane.
Yeah,
This shouldn't happen.
No, yeah. Like that's nuts. I actually hadn't even spotted that, but yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Nobby went pretty.
Yeah, he was
pretty
basically
good as well.
went even 16
Yeah,
17.
like Nobby had a good game as well.
Yes.
So don't sleep on him as well. Like, he is definitely one of the most cracked soldiers in this game.
Yep.
But yeah, like, Silentis has just been a force to be reckoned with. I want to say Silentis won the last I-Series LAN as well, right?
Yes,
like he was on
did.
7.
He won
Yeah.
65.
Yeah. So that is the reigning champion defending his title. We have Cadence as well, not defending his title, but just
No, he's
just here to tell them everything in minutia about what they're doing wrong and what they could be doing better.
Yeah.
So we've got some real champions in the house, in the building, defending their title and showing us all how it's going to be done. But yeah, like, how do you shut down Silentis on Snakewater? Like, I wonder.
I think it comes down to, I think specifically you mentioned him briefly already, Nubby. It's a player that we've seen online, and he is famous for playing on 70 ping. Nubby is going into this LAN. We are extremely excited to see how he does, because the LAN rockets compared to the 70 ping rockets is such a massive difference and a massive upgrade. We've seen how good Nubby can be in the past. He has been pretty good, but he's just been outmatched by Silentis, right? If there is a map, if there is a match, if there's a tournament where you're trying to match up to Silentis, it's probably going to be this, right? It is his first LAN. You're going to have to give him a bit of breathing room, but I think come playoffs is really where our eyes are going to start to shift, because he's honestly one of only 2 real playmakers in TF2easy. It's him and it's Gazzy, right, on that flank.
Yes. Yeah, like that flank is very, very scary. We haven't seen a whole lot of like sending in a scout behind while there's like a soldier bomb, right? Like, I feel like we saw Gazzy sneak in and get like a medic drop at some point, right? So the soldier scout like sack combo is very, very potent. We see it a lot on like Yeehaw. Yeehaw is kind of the champion of doing that, but we haven't seen it that much so far. And Snakewater's not that good of a map for doing that kind of tactic. It's mostly like Gollywots and Sunshine, and I'm trying to think of, like, Metalworks is pretty decent for that as well. Although, like, it's so standardized at this point, it doesn't work that often, but you can still do it.
What about the Nubby sniper? Because that's another thing I think you kind of have to factor in, right? Is that Snakewater is, while it's not that good of a map for Soldier, it is a pretty decent map for Sniper, right? There's a lot of angles going into pretty much every single point where if you want to play with a Sniper, you can. And it's something Proyotech, actually, surprisingly, they run a lot. I think tf2easy as well. They have 2 very, very capable Sniper players in both Moralexi and Nubby. They prefer running Nubby on Sniper.
Yeah, just to keep the double scout.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
But he could be very potent on this map as well.
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny how, like, I've always considered Jay and Nubby to be like 2 sides of the same coin, and they're playing basically the same role. I know Jay is probably playing Pocket right now, but he's not like
he's
a
on
Pocket.
He's on Roma.
Is he actually?
I mean, it's Froyotech.
The last many roles. Yeah, I know. Like, it's Habib. Let's be real. Yeah, it's Habib and Manny. But yeah. Like, I think he usually gets more heals, and he does. He does the pick as well. Like, that makes you a Pocket, right? Isn't that how it works? That's the only thing that matters. If you do the equalizer rollout, that makes you a Pocket soldier.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the only defining quality we have for. Welcome to Soldier in 2022. Your only responsibility is to be a human flashbang, bombing in onto the enemy team, hoping that they ignore the rest of your team as you walk in through choke.
It is a real fact. Like, we tried to buff him, right?
Yeah, we did.
Like, we actually make gunboats overpowered now, and it's like the soldier's still kind of just good.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
You know what we need to do?
What?
We need to unban the Market Gardener.
Yeah. Like, I am on record as saying that it's a travesty that we have Jay and Nubby at this LAN and we don't have a Market Gardener, so we can have a Market Gardener on.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
For the European copium, I think it is required that the Market Gardener is banned. Jay on the spoon is scary as all hell. I'm very glad he doesn't get to abuse it. We call it abuse, not use. It's abuse.
Yeah.
Let's be very clear. Broken unlock.
It's not okay. Yeah, we want to.
It's not okay. Don't do it.
I just want to see it. You know, I don't want. He shouldn't do it, but I want to see it.
I want to see a game of Froyotech playing the game where against TF2easy, where Nubby and Jay and Pei both roll out in the Children loadout. They both roll out Man-Treads, Rocket Jumper, Spoon.
Can you imagine how strong their presence and choke are going to be? That's the only thing that matters on mid, I'm pretty sure. Just get to the choke and spam random stuff and like spoons and stuff.
Demo Man, literally impossible to play.
You
cannot play Medic anymore.
I mean, if you just want to tilt Nasboy off the face of the planet, that's what you do. Right?
There is some lore. I can't remember which team that played against Nasboy.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was Swift or it was Witness Gaming, but one of them played against Nasboy and they just started focusing him. They weren't winning, so they just started focusing Nasboy. It's probably Swift.
Yeah.
Focus Nasboy the whole time. Nasboy gets really tilted. And they still lost, but what really matters is that Nasboy was angry.
Yeah. And the man is on record as being the worst trash talker in all of TF2. He just gets angry. It's great. He's really bad at it, so it's just funny the entire time. But I don't think we have anyone on these teams that can really match that level of just anger. But like we have Nobby that really likes to do fast rollouts, and Snakewater is not the best map for fast rollout. You could do the one where you just skip jump into him really quickly with the Market Gardener, but you know, you have no rockets loaded, so you can't really do that without the Market Gardener, unless you want to just like be a man and just use the shovel. But
can you imagine rolling out using the shovel?
No.
How much would we bully them for rolling out with the stock shovel?
How much would we bully? But think about how much we'd bully, like bully Domo if he died to it. You know, like just gets shoveled. Like just
that would
not
be
shoveled.
He just control F4 and he just like logs out, leaves land, goes home.
Yeah, hit the quit bind.
Yeah, just instantly just I'm done. Not gonna play the game anymore.
Is there like is there an uninstall command?
I don't know.
That
Someone make an uninstall TF2 command. Guys.
We want that.
Guys.
All right. We're live, baby.
Oh, let's go, guys. All right, map number 2. We are back now. Once again, it's Insomnia69 invite group stage. We've got Witness Gaming versus TF2easy here in round number 2. It's map number 2, Snakewater Sunshine. Went the way of Witness Gaming, and already we're on to the middle of Snakewater here. Now, Witness Gaming, they're rolling out on balcony this time. I know Pappy likes a fast rollout on mid, but it's actually just Domo caught out because Witness Gaming are not the aggressors. Instead, though, Witness Gaming, they found seeds, they found morale. Nasboy dead as well, and the slower mid pays off. Gazzy and Nubby, the only ones alive. Nubby is 200 HP, but he's stuck in his own sword with a scout in the high ground. It's so hard for him to salvage this. He's just going to sit back and spam some rockets.
He needs to sync up here with Gazzy if he wants to go in, but Gazzy's out, so there's just no way Nubby's ever doing anything. Yeah, just the passive mid conquering out your medic, playing around him as soon as you get seeds. That's just perfect play from them. They get mid really easily. And we should mention that this is a best of 2. It's not a best of 3, it's a best of 2. So if TF2easy wins this, then they're just going to be tied because we're in the group stage, so it's fine. We can have ties. It's all good. So they're actually going to just move in here, Witness. And
shut down there onto both Salentas and Josh. Bomb now coming in on Nubby. Huge damage gets the force. And it's a flash onto 3 as well. This Uber will not last that long. It's actually already been eliminated. Now Seeds almost at 100%. You can see TF2easy, they're playing back right now on to Last, just trying to keep that medic alive, watching out for any sackers, and now they have a huge advantage. They're going to want to push into second. Nubby is not going to be up for the fight, and they're still trying to take lobby. He's going to spawn. He's going to come out a little bit late. It's going to be interesting to see where he goes, honestly. Push coming in. Decent damage onto Nas already from Pappy. He's actually sitting close to bridge, but now Josh, he's finally busted through, but he's taken down by Tomas. It's 1 down, but Salenta's down as well now. Damage coming out of Nasboy isn't enough to really push out of here. Pushing in onto Snakewater second is difficult. It's hard. They're trying to get in. Damage now should come out of Nasboy, but it's not. It's going to be Kuno just cleaning up Nubby in the backlines as well. Pappy dead. Witness Gaming a 3 down, but Seeds hasn't popped the Uber. Moolah 85% sitting back on middle here. They're looking to hold this. Nubby dead from Domo. TF2easy, they're trying to get onto mid here, but they have to back off. Now the Uber is out on Witness Gaming sides. They have a soldier kill as well. Back off to second. Even Ubers. Witness Gaming, they're getting aggressive off the singular soldier pick. What teams am I watching here?
Yeah, very Good here. Silentes in high.
He's in. 90 damage is not 150. There's a bomb in onto Josh. Just gets taken down there. Domo. Huge bomb in from Pappy now. He's in.
Oh my God.
Morale. Nasboy are dead and the Uber's forced out. Now both teams are fighting this on second. Neither team really has the high ground so far. It's 2 blue scouts on the train. Seeds is caught out here. He's rotating over into his own soul. Meanwhile, Witness Gaming, they're just taking second. Nubby has to bump forwards, but it's 2 scouts now rotating around onto grass. Weaseling their way out, trying to keep themselves alive, trying to hit some shots, but no team really, honestly, is dying. So much damage coming out to both teams, but they're just not going down. Josh finally taken down here. Nubby, 30 HP, has to run back. It's 1 player down for Witness Gaming here. They're just gonna push in. As tf2easy, rather, they've lost a player. Ixie peeking on left side. They're not slowing down here at all. They're just coming right back in. Even Uber's now second sack is coming forwards. Heavy is taken down so low. Seeds was taken down by Silentes in the meantime. Gazzy still up 70% for Mula. Surely Witness Gaming, they're going to calm down, right the Uber out. No, they're just staying in. It's so much damage. The bombs are relentless. So much damage from Pappy. The point cap time is coming out. Uber now for Mula. They have it. They pop it. And Witness Gaming, they're just cementing themselves on this last point of tf2easy, trying to get back in. The Nasboy is so low. Maybe tf2easy, they finally held it back. Ixie's gone down, and finally I can breathe, Peter.
Yeah, that was like Witness Gaming putting on their fighting pants. They never backed off at any point. I really love when they just play these tiny advantages. Like, that could have gone so badly for tf2easy, and it almost did. It was non-stop back and forth. It took like 3 resupply waves to finally clear out Witness Gaming, and finally, there's like a bit of dead air here. As Ubers are completely even, they're going to have to see what they want to do with it. We didn't have like that many deaths coming out here. As is this a pause? I do believe it is.
It is a pause, I believe.
All right. Okay, first pause of the land. This is all good.
Guys, my cat's on fire. I can't play anymore. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, my cat is on fire. So that's it for me. I'm going to have to head out. Yeah, we'll see how long this pause takes.
Yeah. Okay, take bets. Who do you think kicked their Ethernet cable by accident and had everything crash for some reason?
I actually was talking to Seeds earlier, and he told me that his PC is like right by his feet. So if he kicks, it like restarts the computer.
Yeah.
So it might actually be Seeds accidentally, like punting.
Yeah.
You can't see me kick,
and
but
it's
like
worth
under the
noting,
table I'm kicking.
Yeah, the situation in game is like the live one. Normally we have like 1.5 minute buffer. We don't. We have like just
no delay.
Yeah, no delay here. So even though like we're catching all the frags, that's just like
it just observers being good.
Yeah, this is like Connie catching everything anyway, right?
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. So this is like the actual event. So Seeds dropped Uber with 89%. That is that's unfortunate. I've just assumed this. I don't know. I have no idea what the situation is.
Yeah.
We'll just be waiting for someone to whisper and what the situation is. But the good thing about LAN is we can just actually send a runner down there and yell at them.
It is a bit of a walk. It's like 300-400 meters. It's,
yeah, we are gamers.
we
can't walk that far. Can't walk that far.
540 meters? I don't know. Probably if I really wanted to. We should get a 100-meter dash tournament at LAN.
Yeah, that should just be like 100-meter dash. Find out what's wrong.
Do you think Banny could beat me in a 100-meter dash? Do you think I beat Banny a 100-meter dash?
Yeah, I think you'd beat him. I definitely. Him? Yeah, you'd beat him.
I'm fast.
Yeah, I know. Like you're so much smaller than him. Like
I am. We're on pause.
Oh my God.
We're back.
We're back.
Ixie now on spy. It seems like everything should be fine, honestly. Pause. It's out. Everything's fine. No HUD's broken. Ixie on the spy.
Oh yeah.
Mula and Gazzy both.
The post-spy.
Gazzy,
Post-pause spy. That's a classic right there. All right, you give them so much time to think about what could happen, and then you're just like, that would dictate that you can't go spy, but you just go spy anyway. But maybe it could just be that he settles for sapping the sentry gun. Maybe we'll have to see how he plays this. But again, the slower he is, the more suspicious. Oh, Domo, goodbye, buddy. You peeked too much. We have a battalion on Josh as well, but he hasn't built anything yet.
I mean, Moralexi, honestly, he gets that kill on to Domo. It's a good start, but still, for tf2easy, is that enough to push on? We see the hold, and there we go. Moralexi just immediately taken down now. Ixie, uncloaking, finds the stab. Nasboy shoots him forwards as Nubby is just taken down here. Sentry gun now dead. Witness Gaming, they're bombing in. Silentes gets the force onto Seeds. He's in the sky. Ooh! That was a close one, near miss there, as Josh almost, now Nasboy, he's sent flying as well. Uber's coming out for Mula. It's almost finished. Silentis is down, but the cap time is absolutely huge for Witness Gaming. Players funneling onto the point. It's just Nasboy left alive. Has to hold it. Seeds has the head out, and it's not enough. It's another round. Witness Gaming 1-0.
1-0 again in a very convincing push. Like, just the fact that that spy found some way of being really productive. I almost feel like the demo pick kind of baited tf2easy into overextending there a little bit, right? Because they got the sniper picked off, right? He went for a play, that's fine. And then the spy got a pick immediately, and then they were just one player down. So very good play there from Witness Gaming. Again, just the pressure is relentless for them coming in here into this second mid.
The mids are so fast, though. Look at that. Nubby shuts down New Mula along with Josh. But Domo just across the map sends Silentes. And, I mean, Seeds is just dead instantly, isn't he? That lock and load is huge. But the rest of Witness Gaming are just dead. Now, Domo, he's just going to bomb onto the point. Kick it, Chad almost gets air shot. Actually, he's just sending pipe. Josh is dead. He's playing with them. He's out. He's alive. He's back on second. How did he do that?
Magic pipes? I don't understand. Like, I think he should have just kill binded again, but he had different plans for sure. Like, he is just on fire right now. Like, Domo showed up to land, and he has a grudge, I think. You know, like, some people say that he's not that impressive, and he doesn't like it.
This is what you want to see if you're a Witness Gaming fan, is Domo sort of living up. We need someone in Europe. Honestly, I think if you want to beat Froyotech, you need a demo man that can match him. Domo so far doing a pretty damn good job of trying to match sort of the dominance. Maybe not the dominance, we just need to hit some pipes. He's doing it in style.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? You're on land, so might as well pick the fastest projectile possible and never miss them.
Yep.
It makes a lot of sense. The Uber situation has completely equalized now. It wasn't that different to begin with, but looks like tf2easy, they're going to see if they can pressure their way out into the yard right now, and maybe that's just going to be a big distraction for Josh to make his way in. We'll see how they decide to play it out. This, again, you can definitely run Gassy Food lower if you get enough. Oh, he looks like he wants to. He's been spotted, though, so it might not have something that works.
Silentes sitting on the backlines as well, but Nubby's just in. He's getting so many rockets on Demula. Unfortunately, he's just far away. So now Josh, Nubby.
Oh, Gazzy's hiding out. Okay, he's
Gazzy's in. No, he's caught out by Itzy here. He's going to be taking a fight. In the meantime, Witness Gaming, they popped the Uber on middle here. No, they just back out. They tried to take this Uber. It's just Mula and Tomas. Counter Uber out of Seeds as well. But Mula taken down on mid. They overextend the rest of their team. Witness Gaming, they
Gassy on the front backlines, though. He's taken down 2 players. So this giant flank from Gassy.
Everyone's flanking everyone else because Tomas is on mid. He's not going to be able to get this back cap. But Josh is shut down by Pappy, who finds a 2K. He's in onto second now. 8 HP is going to run out. Tomas, 100 HP. Going to have to try and maybe do something here onto second. Just delay. Honestly, it's what he needs to do. Silentes has an advantage. He's going to back off. But Pappy, he's still behind. He's still doing so much work. Moralexi almost taken down, but he lives another day. Now,
almost being the key word there. He's still alive and be able to contribute here. 1 error, and he's good to go. There's a lot of pressure.
He's in onto Seeds. The rocket is so close. He almost gets another one, but he just doesn't quite find it. Now Seeds, 90%. They have the point cap. They have 2 down on Witness Gaming. This is their push.
They're coming in now. They wanted to take it in. They got in really deep before they popped. They have a scout on the point now. The Sneakies will not reach him. Soda gets air shot as he tried to get in there. He's cleaned up. Second scout on the point. Everyone's stuck in spawn warned him. That's a very clean push. Silentes surviving that was so crucial for them. And they've equalized this. For the first time, it looks like they have some air to breathe.
They just did such a good job dealing with those flanks behind. Gazzy going behind, distracting half of Witness Gaming. That Uber was so disjointed onto mid.
Yeah.
It's so difficult for Witness Gaming to do anything off of that. Now, going on to this middle, I will be so surprised if it's not completely insanely fast bombs once again. You can see Witness Gaming, they're sitting around balcony. Both teams actually. Domo just firing lock and loads across the point. Now, finally, a little bit slow down there. Finally, bombs coming across. Nubby and Josh going in respectively, but it's actually just the aggression onto the soldiers. Pappy, Ixie combined for 2. Now Pappy's behind. He loves to play in Soul. He loves his position.
Josh is behind lines, and he actually gets a scout kill. That's really crucial. He wants to get out and do some work here. Pappy does get taken out by Nasboy. Nice stickies by him. And C's obviously still alive with a scout building Uber, so they will have an Uber here to defend second and a demo man as well. So I think they're kind of good to go, but the pressure coming out from Thomas, it can be absolutely brutal. But looks like no one else wants to get in there. So Linden's kind of hiding. Oh, he's going to go
he's
for
bombing
it.
in. Onto Seeds, onto the point, immediately
Nice
piped down by Nasboy. Thomas shut down as well, and that's 2 kills now for tf2easy. They can walk this into middle here. They want to take this fight. Witness Gaming are playing this close. They want to use their demo man to the maximum effectability. But look at this. The Ubers, they're popped off from both teams. But Witness Gaming can't stay in. They don't have the players. They're still 2 down. They have to concede middle.
There's 2 players in forward spawn right now. This one of them is going to be a sniper. If you overextend,
Nubby.
5 HP. It's plenty. He's fine. He's okay, boys. He's good to go. So, but yeah, it's always very dangerous to push forward when you have 2 spawners like that in forward spawn, because all of the time, like, there's either going to be like a sniper in there or like a heavy or a backburner pirate or something dumb that you're not really ready for. And if you get too close or just get in sideline, you can be punished really severely here. Seeds, not really a big enough Uber here to push on. So this is going to be another stalemate kind of situation where we have an even Uber. And we actually saw before that the pressure into this whole grass area and then have the scout try to run behind actually worked out for them really well. All right, like the gassy pressure worked out. So he's going to do it again. Basically just putting on pressure. Like they know he's there, but like it's still really good for them.
Yeah, it just does so much work, creates so much space for his team.
The Moolah, sir.
Thomas gets a fine on to Nubby there. 1 kill onto a soldier, honestly, you can see tf2easy. They're just walking back onto mid. Don't think it's the end of the world for them. It's back off to mid. Should be fine. Question is, Nubby playing soldier when he spawns?
That's a good one. I'm going to go with yes, but I'm wrong. Look at that. You called that one. You felt it in your bones. Just absolutely. You felt the little tinkle. As this Nubby sniper is in full effect. You talked about this pregame. This is a pretty decent map. You're going to get some pretty good sightlines, and especially this grass area, you can get a lot of space. And you know, the first snipe is always pretty free. They're not going to really be playing around it, so this first shot can be crucial.
Peeking through choke right now, trying to see if there's a soldier sitting on the pipe. I don't think there quite is. Pappy playing a little bit lower now. He's going to rely on his team for some more information. There's a scout there, Ixie. Not going to be found. Doesn't hit the shot onto the demo man. Instead, now the aggression just comes out of Witness Gaming. So smart from them. Bombing the sniper immediately. They just have to give up Nubby. And he's instantly dead. Sniper aggression countered.
Indeed. They probably could have played around him a bit better, but either way, I feel like as soon as he missed that first shot, everything just changed, and they were very, very quick to do it. But Nubby, he's not deterred. He's going to come back again on sniper. See if he can do it better the second time. Like, you definitely think that Witness Gaming, they probably suspect that it's a possibility that he's going to come back sniper, right? Like, they're going to be spy checking. They're going to be, making sure that they spot for sniper. And I think they just saw him right now. So they know. So now it's just like a straight up, can he make enough space for himself to actually get a good shot off? And I think you just have to give up on the medic pick. He's actually rotated around into Saw. So, yeah, no medic pick here at all. But if you get like a soldier or a scout or something, that's completely fine as well. There's a sticky trap right outside this door where you snipe.
That sticky trap is just waiting for him. You can see Witness Gaming just running down the clock, doing their best to not get picked off by the sniper. Now Nubby getting a little bit more desperate. He's peeking through Store right now. Gonna try to go for the hero shot, 50 damage onto Pappy, but he's gonna get shot right back. Doesn't quite get it. Gonna take a little bit more heals. Gonna try to go forwards here once again. This hero shot, man, it's pretty much the last thing he has in the basket. Actually, Pappy's gone down here. Nasboy managed to get him to overextend. Now Nubby gonna try to peek over through window. Doesn't quite get that shot onto Ixie. There's another one sitting on top of the point. Still no real aggression coming out. Where does he go here? The stickies are on window now. You can just see it. Where does he go from here?
Oh, it's just going to be an exchange coming in here. Very aggressive. There's a lot of flashing from Moolah. It's just a single scout Uber coming out here. But will anyone overextend? Oh, Nasboy overextended.
Nasboy is just caught out in his Uber, and his Nubby on the flank going down as well. All of tf2easy are stuck here in Witness Gaming's choke. They're on to second now. It's a kill from Alexi onto Ixie. Actually, Witness Gaming have to watch out because the cap time is absolutely massive.
Oh, they sent the scout to last as well.
Morale is just running for his life, going to last. Everyone on Witness Gaming trying to come back. Domo destroys Alexi. Don't you dare try to get that back cap onto us. In the meantime, Seeds got picked off there in all of that chaos. Moolah survives. It's 50-60 advantage for him. Absolutely massive. Nubby in lower. hiding, or is he just gonna bomb? What's he doing? Oh, he's taunting. What's this tech?
Oh, this is like looking around corners. Like back when you could do the high five taunt, that was really overpowered, but you know, you can still taunt and look around corners. It's a real thing.
He's in. He's bombing in. Tries to get into Moolah. He just about whiffs it. That would have changed the course of the round completely, but fortunately for Moolah, Nubby flicked just a bit too much or a bit too little. I actually don't remember.
Yeah, on 60 ping, he probably would have hit that one, but he just needs to adjust. Yeah, it's a small Uber ad. It's about 50%, and it's just slowly whittling away. You know, you have seeds building Uber. You know it's not going to last for very long, and they're pretty happy and content to just sit back here and not push. Yeah, going to be having a sniper, having a sentry gun going up, and Thomas just checking for off classes in here. Maybe he's checking. Josh is actually on battalion, so I think tf2easy, they're happy to just play the long game right now. You still have plenty of time to build a banner. It's a lot more difficult to build a banner on Snakewater offense. Like this left side is probably your best bet, but you can also go in through center. I don't think you build banner by hitting sentries though, so that's a bit annoying, but you can still hit the... If you shoot a bit to the side of it, you can still like splash down the engineer quite a bit. So, you know, you have options for building this battalion.
Oh my god, Josh tries to go in. Pappy sends Nubby into the respawn queue as Moolah. He took 100 actually. I think if Pappy hadn't hit that rocket, that was looking sketchy for Moolah. Now Thomas, he's in on Sniper. He's going so aggressively onto Nastboy, trying to make a hero peek work, but he's just going to back off instead. Run down this clock. I need to figure out some other ways of saying run down the round timer, because Witness Gaming are doing it.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to get like a whole new vocabulary of just trying to whittle out some time, as they say in Nowhere, right? And Gazi has gone down. No, that could bait them forward, you know, as planned. Gazi can definitely snipe. You can also just send back Nubby if you want to do that. Gazi, he could go Pyro. I don't know why you would do that on Snake, pushing Snake while that, but you could do that.
Be kooky.
I mean, Gazi could.
He could.
Yeah.
It would be very funny to see. I'm not actually sure what it would do.
No.
I'm trying to push into last. But what do you do, Peter? I think I'm going to ask you the hardest question in TF2, which I don't even think these guys have the answer to, is how do you deal with this last hold? When you look at how much pain these soldiers are in, trying to bomb forwards, and that sentry gun out of Ixie completely denies them. What do you do there?
I think
how do you counter it?
I think the plan here is to sack 2 soldiers and have them go on man treads, because I think that's the best way. And then you create a bunch of space on the left side, and then you bomb in 2 soldiers into the skybox. They're not going to be juggled quite as hard, and then you go for it. But let's see what kind of footwear these soldiers have. These are metal tipped. That's not something that's going to help you with knockback. And what's the other soldier?
Yeah,
also
metal
tipped.
gunboats.
Yeah, good old gunboat. So that's not it. You could go spies, sap a sentry gun. You could try and play the far side, not the big door, the shutter door. You can try and play that, because that's the one place where the sentry gun cannot see. So you could pick off Silentus if you wanted to, but it's very dangerous because he's on a banner, and he's going to get a lot of damage as you walk through that shutter door, guaranteed.
It's just... I just wonder, this last hold specifically, I think has just completely warped the way that you play Snakewater, right? Along with this 5-minute round time, you can see now we're down to a minute. So the trade, honestly, is just going to come out from seeds onto lower. Josh as well, they managed to find the sentry gun, but what else
Domo
can you get?
down.
Domo's a good start, but Gazi's gone down in the meantime as well. Now, the health on tf2easy, honestly, not that good, but Nubby, huge shot there onto Silentus. It's 3 for 3 now. Nasboy is up, but he's facing up against 2 scouts here. Ixie, Thomas, can they make it work? More Alexi trying to beat forwards, but he's going to have to hit some shots.
Puts a medic on the point with Stiggy's around
Siege is just sitting on it. So much pistol damage, so much cap time, but Nasboy is not going to get it. Witness Gaming hold. Thomas with the 3K, and they keep themselves alive. Moolah now as well.
They're not even going to push.
They won't push. No, 15 seconds. You'd much rather just get a mid-fight here.
Yeah, I really love that they actually went for it, because, when you're playing against 2 scouts and a medic with a demo man and a scout against a medic, like the only thing you can really do is to put up a sticky perimeter and then, dive your medic in there. And unfortunately, it didn't quite work out. The perimeter wasn't perfect set up there by Nasboy, and it was a good attempt at a play, and that's going to be that stalemate. We are going to yet another mid-fight here. And these mid-fights, they have been like a real cracker barrel of explosives usually. So I'm looking forward to this. But we'll see if any team will actually adjust to this. We have seen Witness Gaming play some pretty passive mids where they played around their medic. So maybe what is this strat from Domo?
Sticking up his own saw, and is he not gonna dead the stickies?
No, he's
they're
just waiting
still
for
alive.
he's just waiting for Nobby to
This
get
is
in
such
there.
a crazy middle already. Look at Nasboy, he's so aggressive in. The bomb is huge, and there's so much damage coming across from TF2easy. But Silentes in the meantime, he's found 2 on the back lines. TF2easy are not in this mid fight. They have Josh on the high ground. He's found 1. Nobby has found 1 as well. Pappy bombing in onto Josh. It's a battle of the team leaders. Pappy takes that one. Now 120 HP here for Nobby, 40 for Gazzy. 5 for Nubby, but they're on the middle. Pappy is going to bomb in here. Have to be careful now. The HP out of TF2easy is just not enough, but Pappy doesn't have the friends he needs to try and contest.
Like, Gazzy is still weak. Like, he's too weak for comfort. It's one direct rocket and he's dead. Yeah, you can really see Pappy. He was just, like, slinging rockets right over that fence, hoping to really get the scout to maybe just get him by luck. No, you don't get it. Nice little spot there on the sticky trap in the saw. He'll get it.
Oh, Nubby finds a kill onto Moolah. Silentes is dead as well. You take that trade for Gazzy any day of the week. That's huge for Nubby, finding that kill onto Moolah. Now it's an advantage for Seeds. They have to be careful here, TF2easy. Don't get caught out now, as they're going to rotate over to choke. It looks like they want to play this a little bit slower. Take ground slowly, force the high ground out, choke Witness Gaming out of second point. They're going to muscle their way in here, and now Witness Gaming just have to walk back on last. Thomas is sniping. Ixie on the engineer.
They're setting up for a big hold here, but they're not really going to have time to do like a full setup, right? The sentry gun is on the right side. That's not a place where you can really do a whole lot of denying. Like, if people jump in through shutter door, a level 2 sentry can absolutely body them and push them back quite a bit, but it's not that potent. And Nobby's in on the right side as well. While this Uber comes
in, look at the cap time. The point's almost half cap. There's so much cap time. They're just moozling onto it, but there's just not enough. The block and load, the pipe,
the full commit.
Cannonballs.
Yeah, the full commit there. A bit too premature. Everyone was on the point, and they just all got exploded by some really nice rockets and stickies and cannonballs there. Nice hold coming out here, and that's gotta hurt for TF2easy. That was a golden opportunity to bring themselves ahead, get themselves into a draw in this map, but no.
Oh, the aggression is coming out of choke for TF2easy, but Josh is just getting completely shut down there by Thomas. Takes him all the way down to like 100, even less HP, and now because of this, TF2easy, they took so much damage going into mid. It's actually just going to be 2 down here on second. Uber comes out for Witness Gaming. They found Josh as well. Now 3 kills. Thomas chasing on into Nasboy as well. Now 4 down. Witness Gaming, they want to get a round up on TF2easy. Heavy up for more Alexi, but can it do enough? Decent damage onto Domo, but it just gets runched down by Thomas. The cap point is coming in so fast. 80, 100, and it's a round for Witness Gaming. They're on the board. They're back in the lead. And it's 6.5 minutes for TF2easy to try and crawl their way back.
There was just no stopping that freight train of a push come out of Witness Gaming. It was just so much pressure, and like I almost feel like everyone should have just gone into spawn and be content with being spawn camped, because second hadn't been capped quite yet, but they still wanted to get out there and not get caught in. So that was really interesting. Nobby very quickly roll out here. Okay, he's just out again. That was weird. Quick into kitchen and quick out again.
Yeah, so this time around, you can see Nasboy, he loves going so fast on the enemy
Josh
side. It's an absolute nuke on the blue balcony there. It Seeds caught out in the back lines, though. Witness Gaming, they've split up TF2easy, and they're just caught all over the place. There's a Thomas on high ground, drops down, and Nasboy, he's found 2, trying to get the pipe onto Ixie, doesn't quite find it. Gazzy, only man left alive. He kind of has the high ground onto middle.
He has full health as well.
Decent damage, getting some damage dealt onto Silentes, but no, Ixie finishes him off. It's a mid victory for Witness Gaming.
Yeah, I don't blame him for trying to take that 2v1. Like, you know, you're full health. Soda's probably like half health or something. Yeah, you definitely go for those, but Ixie and Poppy just combined to take him down pretty seamlessly there. And that's going to be another cap here for Witness Gaming. Still plenty of time left in the game, so probably don't need to watch the timer too much here as we come in. But I think just already in the back of the minds of TF2easy, they're going to know, oh, we're kind of running out of time. Like, we need to do something at some point here. But they might just try to position their soldiers in such a way that once the
oh, Seas jumps so low, but Silentes doesn't find the second rocket. Denial comes out of Alexi and Josh.
That was an absolute screamer of a bomb there from Celentis. He was so fast.
That was terrifying.
Yeah, just looking at it from the medic's point of view. But as I said, I was kind of thinking that maybe Nobby and Josh were going to put themselves in a position where they could very quickly bomb in and do a counter sack, but they were not in that position. Like, Celentis was just too fast for them. He was in too quickly. And now they didn't really get anything out of it. They didn't do a counter sack. So it's just a free bomb from Celentis. Again, is doing so much work right now. A big opportunity for him that he just created out of nothing. And now, slowly, time is running out.
Celentis is on the Beggar's Bazooka. What is this dark technology I'm seeing? Look at how high up he is. He's charging up the rockets, and he hits none of them. The RNG is miserable. Find another dice, Celentis, because that one's not yours.
Both rockets split up and hit both sides beside the medic. That was just awful, you know. Yeah, it's a good weapon, but sometimes it's just trash. They're going to Uber in here. Domo is very weak, but gets flashed just in time by Mula. I think that means they're going to have to retreat here, but Nobby is hiding in the corner here. Oh no, he misses the jump! No!
This is massive. Now there's a player down. tf2easy, they're coming in, but look at the HP. It's awful here. Celentis in the back line finds a call into Nobby as well. So now Seeds, 30 HP, stuck in the enemy choke. He's just taken down by Ixie here, running around on 4 streak at the moment. One player behind is Josh.
Josh is behind. Nasmo is forward, putting up some sticky traps. Look like Josh just going to be content with getting out with his life. And that is probably a good play. I see Nobby on the direct hit as well. We've seen him play this unlock on the Snake Water last a couple of times as well. Actually, now that I think about it, direct hit on offense could definitely take down a sentry gun, right? It's just any follow-up bomb would be a lot less effective. So I think I'm just going to scratch that thought and put it in the book of bad ideas. But, you know, Nobby can absolutely just spam into this lobby and get a bunch of people. And obviously, you can shut down bombers with a direct hit. You're more likely to hit them. But it's going to be an Uber through the door. 55% right now in Seeds. And Sentrygon has been taken down.
Yeah, Sentry Gun dead already, and there's so much damage. tf2easy, they're just stuffed in a corner right now. A lot of damage onto Thomas here, but look at the health. Witness Gaming, they're all so low. It's just Thomas with 80 HP, and it's just gonna run out with Domo as well. They have no business on that last anymore. They're walking back into choke. tf2easy can breathe easy for just a couple seconds, but it's just 2 minutes left on the round. They kind of just have to keep pushing this. Honestly, you want to keep yourself in the game. You don't have time to rush in. Seeds has 100% Uber. If you're tf2easy now, ideally, you don't want to pop it on this mid. Witness Gaming, all they want is a force under Seeds.
Yeah. They just want this game to not happen and be slow and dumb and boring, right? And they're just doing their best. Celentis is far forward, trying to see if he can get some spam out. Not really too successful here, but the sneaky traps is what I'm looking at. Okay, they have been blown right now. I don't know if they even saw it on tf2easy. They made their way in. They haven't really experienced any pressure onto Seeds, so now they can just leave a single scout and keep moving forward here. This is working out for them pretty well, but Mula is on 80%. It's going to be very difficult for tf2easy to get forward, but they have no choice. They have to go.
They are going in. The Uber's popped out. So much damage onto Domo. He's actually taken down. Mula, 96%, 99! He finally pops it, but it's 2 down now. Demoman dead for both teams, but Seeds is dead as well. Celentis now just has to deny the bombers. The soldiers are coming in for tf2easy, but they're not finding the frags. It's 1 kill into Celentis, but there's so many more members. Nubby is not quite able to find it.
Oh my god.
Thomas with the melee kill, and it's a wipe on tf2easy. 1 minute left, and they have 1 chance left to stay in this map.
One good push, and like they're going to have Seeds up there. That means that a lot of good heals coming out here from the beginning. But this is a rough situation. We see Domo's trying to be sneaky with some weird sticky trap. Like I don't think they're going to be pushing out here on this at all. They're actually taking more space than I expected. Like Ixie could get picked off here. Look how aggressively he's pushing in. And yeah, he's going to get punished for it. This is a weird play. This is just opening the door for tf2easy. They have a lot of chances. A very aggressive pushing here from Josh. Josh gets the pick on Poppy.
They get the kill onto Pappy as well. They just have to go. 20 seconds now. You have to start capping the second point pretty much already here. And Witness Gaming, they're just holding him off as his Uber charge. They just have to stall for a little bit longer. The kill onto Seeds, onto Nasboy. The scout lives for now. Josh is dead though. Just 2 players alive for Witness Gaming here. It's gonna be enough for them. They're gonna take it 2-0 in the group stage versus tf2easy. And they set themselves up for the match against Froyotech.
Yeah, it's going to be a big showdown. You know, Froyotech, they played against one Witness Gaming before, but not the European one. but this is going to be very exciting coming into this this final round robin game. I'm very much looking forward to that. But this was a close game. I feel like we were like 1.5 minutes away from this being another tie, right? And then we would have gone into a golden cap. So it feels like TF2easy is powering up, and we have seen Josh teams like very similar to this one, just slowly powering up, and until like the ultimate meter is just full and they just destroy the tournament, right? So.
I think that's going to be true for everyone in the tournament, right? It is only the group stage. These guys haven't. Most of these guys, I mean, they've been to LAN before, but not that many. I think by far the most experienced player is Silentes, right? He's the only one of these two European teams that's been on the final stage before.
Yeah. So I think we haven't seen the best TF2 that we can expect coming out from it yet. So it's just going to keep getting better and better. But we have a wonderful desk here to tell us exactly what happened here in this game. So yeah, let's bring it over to our desk. And thank you guys for watching. This was a great match and lots of fun, Wandem.
Yep, very fun.
Thanks very much, Peter and Wandem. We are back on the desk. I am Bum, and this is Eepoli, and Witness Gaming made that a pretty clear affair on Sunshine, bit closer on Snakewater. What do you think of the games?
Yeah, so we alluded to it in the game. We talked a little bit about Sunshine and Snakewater. Obviously,
Yeah.
That Snakewater is just impossible. It's getting reset constantly. And we were talking as well during the games that Sunshine, there was a period of time a few seasons ago where like we were consistently running out of time with a 10-minute timer as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like that really lent itself to Witness playing this slightly more controlling kind of way.
Yeah, that's exactly what Kados was saying earlier pretty much, is once you've got this game down to a 5-minute timer, rather than having this back and forth tug of war TF2 we've always been used to, you can essentially, if you want to make it this way, have it play as a mid-fight followed by an attack-defend map.
Yeah.
Like, you can just choose to take that mid-fight every time. As long as your mid-fights are good enough and your last holds are good enough, you should be winning every game just by learning those two parts of the map only. So Witness actually were forcing that pretty well, I'd say, on both maps. We saw several situations where TF2easy just tried to take a YOLO trade right at the very end. Some of them, they actually came very close to just taking it off absolutely nothing at all, just from a trade, but none of them ever quite got over the edge, I don't think.
No, not quite. There was one pretty, it was one specific situation, so I don't want to focus on it too much, but it was fairly egregious. Where there was a trade of TF2easy, I believe it was coming onto mid. It was a trade. I believe it was Witness coming onto mid. They had a bit of a worse Uber. TF2easy was in a pretty happy position. They were gonna, go forward. Witness had enough time to kind of get out, but then you had a complete disconnect between Thomas and Muller. Muller went towards Choke, Thomas went towards Saw, I believe, and literally the second they get disconnected, Muller's dead. And that entire trade kind of falls to pieces. And that literally collapsed all form of momentum for Witness in that situation. And at least from my point of view, basically is what gave TF2easy that round. Now that's one mistake. Exactly. Now that one mistake, it feels harsh to focus on, but if you're going to play Witness's way, where every single round becomes a control situation, where you're happy to win 1-0, then you literally can't let any mistakes happen. Because if you are perfect for 29 minutes and then make one mistake 60 seconds left to go, well, you've lost your only round advantage, now it's a draw. What was the point,
Yeah.
It's definitely something which I know certain players enjoy doing, but it is also a little bit almost kind of risky. You have to have a lot of, well, basically perfection from your players.
Yeah, and it's something that I believe Morale was talking about in his pre-LAN interview as well. He made it absolutely clear that it makes it very difficult to play against this kind of play style, because when someone's slowing down the game this much, it kind of makes you play their game. You have to try and be as fast as you can the entire time to try and beat this, but then, as you said, you can't make as many mistakes. Playing so slow and so risk-free, having, as you were saying about Sunshine always resetting last year with 10 minutes,
Yeah.
they've made that even more risk-free now. They've got loose cannon, they've got double banner on last, they've got sentry and pyro. Any of these things just make it so hard to crack. You have to keep throwing everything you've got at it.
Yeah.
And then we saw tf2easy, they would attempt to push out of that last rather than reset it. They got backcapped by Ixie. They ran into a Domo sticky trap, and then Domo just 6v5s them on last. It's stuff like this just doesn't happen if you really do play the most risk-averse way you possibly can, which is resetting the round.
Exactly, and I guess as well, I believe we do have some logs to be shown up on the screen as well, but it's quite interesting because, I mean, we can show you the numbers, but the logs really aren't going to tell much of the picture itself. Like, these are going to be numbers where people can be like, cool, you hit X amount of air shots, this amount of damage, but it came down to playstyle, and it came down to moment stuff. Like, it doesn't matter. You could show those logs, and Lance Boy could have like 500 DPM, and it'd be like, that didn't actually make a difference.
Yeah.
That like it came down to how the teams were playing, and those little mistakes, those like fractions away from perfection.
I think the one log that would make a difference, or rather the one player on the log that I would like to look at, would be Silentes on Sunshine. I don't know how much impact he was actually having, numbers-wise, but there were several situations where, it's the end of a mid-fight, it looks pretty much lost for Witness, and suddenly Silentes is there, bam, takes down a player and a medic, and that's the round completely turned around. He has been consistently like one of the best players of LANs, and now we're back on LAN. He's
still good.
He's doing pretty well so far.
Right.
I mean, he's. Do you reckon if we go on this way, do you reckon Sil will be seen as the best soldier ever? Is he a Mike?
I mean, Mike hasn't played for a while, and people do look with a lot of rose-tinted glasses at some of the older players. Things were very different back then. Definitely the caliber of Scouts was very different. People underestimate how mechanics have changed over the years. I definitely think Sil's consistency is something truly incredible. I'm going to kind of turn things on its head, and I'm going to sound really mean.
I think I might have been about to say the same thing as you were about to. Let's see.
Yeah, so we've spent a while bigging up Sil and being like, wow, Soldier, really good. We also saw some pretty shaky stuff from snipers. I'll be honest, the off-classing in general was quite interesting from my POV, because we saw, we can talk about the spies first. Not rarely do you have a LAN where spy gets brought out this early, because everyone knows, for those who have never played at LAN, spy at LAN gets a massive stat boost. Yeah. Literally, because there's so much stuff going on. There's people walking past you with their food. They're carrying pizzas above your head. There's people screaming because they want a game of CS or something. They're doing whatever. It is so much more difficult for those players who rely on hearing footsteps and just that kind of full understanding.
Mics don't even work sometimes. Some people have scuffed microphones that's picking up everything behind them. You can't even call out the spy.
Exactly. But yeah, so just the fact that we saw so much of it in such an early part of groups round robin, I don't know whether to justify it and be well, they're all established teams, so maybe they think that everyone's prepared for it, but I was a little bit surprised to see it.
And the sniper, as you say, Toe and Nubby both took it up for a decent portion of the match. They weren't perma-sniping by any means, but there was no shots being hit by either of them, really. Are these guys carried by ping?
Quite possibly. That's actually, no, I take it back. The one stat I would like to see on the logs, if we can get them up a second, I would love to see the amount of headshots hit. Starting off on Sunshine or so, I'd be fascinated to see that, because, you could see as well, specifically, again, it feels harsh to call out players, but it's kind of what we're here for. There was a couple real opportunities from Nubby where you could see, at least from our camera, he looked a bit shaky.
On Soldier too, there was an opportunity into Snake Water last. And he's hitting that 100% of the time on mine. He's up, pops the medic into the air. It's a straight direct up surf. He's all but touching the medic with the original. You don't even have to compensate for the black rockets coming out the side of the screen. And still, he managed to just whiff that one. Is that some LAN jitters maybe? It is his first ever LAN?
I think it's kind of gotta be, and I don't know, it's obviously this is the first day, it's only groups, it isn't the be-all and end-all, but it's something which I feel the teams should be focusing on a little bit. We do have some wonderful logs up. Please enjoy the numbers. there's not a headshot stat on there, so I can't focus on the one I wanted.
It's hard enough to read it in front of me. I've
Exactly.
got to very quickly sort everything in my head rather than. But yeah, there you go. There's some logs for you to look up.
Yeah, realistically speaking, like we said on Sunshine, it was basically a 1-0, right? It was basically a 1-0 where Witness was in control the entire time. They had ridiculously good last holds. Like, you know, you sit there with Witness and they've got like you said, they've got Pyro, NG, Loose Cannon, 2 battalions backup soldiers. Like, how are you getting through that? And then all they needed was that round. So basically all of these numbers is just for like, I don't know, showing off if you want to. That's just stats for J-Max to like, you know, work out later. He's waving at me, he loves it.
Although those 2 banners were actually getting, well, not counted I suppose, but getting completely circumvented by tf2easy. The fact that they could trade into Sunshine last, somehow get both banners out of Witness and get out alive was pretty surprising, but they're just not able to convert these after pushes after they've kind of, you know, got in the first place. They had that one round that was very, very close on Snakewater as well, end up in a 3v3, just start putting the stickies on point and they just can't quite close it out. They are, I suppose what I'm trying to say is this risk-averse playstyle from Witness doesn't help tf2easy get in, but it does mean that they always have one chance at the end and they are making those chances close. Like, tf2easy aren't just giving up second and rolling over by making, you know, noob mistakes like headbutting 6 people into this strong last defense. It does just give tf2easy a lot more opportunities and, you know, a bit of safe time to work with, and then they can just go for that one YOLO at the end, and maybe we'll eventually see them convert them. I mean, they're getting close sometimes at the moment. It's day 1. Hopefully they can start actually getting some rounds off the back of those with 1 minute left or however long it is they decide to push in with, and maybe that stops Witness from deciding that the best course of action is to never push out.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, you know, as much as it's not either of the teams playing here, it does kind of make you think what's going to happen when Witness are in a big important game versus Froyo, because what is Froyo's specialty? It is pressuring and it is executing incredibly well. You know, they have nuts mechanics and they will execute a plan fantastically from like a mechanical point of view, and they can make opportunities from seemingly nothing. Now, if someone's going to trip you up in these situations, it's going to be Froyo, and that's something you've really got to kind of have in the back of your head.
I was going to say these logs are very impressively symmetrical, but it does look like we've got double the players in some slots. So
they still didn't
we'll take
win?
a second to sort that out. Yeah, I mean they've got like 50 more kills and they only took it 2-1. What are these guys doing?
Yeah, that was crazy, man. Crazy how that works. I will say, while we're sorting that second, I'll be fascinated to see if anyone noticed it while watching. In that last push you said about where it was, I believe,
the 3v3 on Snake last.
Yeah, the 3v3. It was Morale, Nasboy, and Seeds pushing forward into 2 scouts and medic. There was a really, really important moment where you could see the moment where it started going wrong, because Morale took a shot and you saw him not reload, and in that position you're like, okay, he doesn't have any more shots at all, right? You saw him immediately go for the ammo. That ammo's already been taken. That forced him immediately into a position of, I have 5 shots left. I have to rush point. Now, there's no guarantee. There was like 20 seconds left in the game. Maybe he'd have to rush point anyway. There's no guarantee it would have gone any better if he could have played slightly slower, but it denied him the option to that tiny bit of ammo management. Now, you can put it down to bad luck, a little bit unfortunate, whatever, one of those things that happens, which to a degree it is. But I think it's also worth, it's something worth noting.
Yes.
Because if he did have enough shots to play a little bit slower, would that have been an equalising round?
Yeah, would that have been a game changer? Would we then be at Golden Cap? Would they be winning the map? We'd be 1-1 in the groups instead.
Exactly.
But now we're not. We
Nope.
get to talk a little bit more about the wider group circumstance. So
Yes.
Witness and Froyo undefeated so far, and they'll be up against each other in round 3.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. I don't know how much info we have about the Froyo Swift game. My prediction is that it was pretty quick based on how quickly the Froyo players came to do their media.
Yes, absolutely. We've just seen Froyo taking their team pictures like before map 1 was even over, so I assume that was probably sorted out pretty quickly by Froyo. So we are now expecting the Froyo versus Witness game. Both of them have beaten tf2easy and Swift.
Yeah.
how do you reckon it's going to go?
This is, it's something I think is going to be really interesting. I'd love to be really optimistic and be like, I reckon Witness is going to maybe have it from the way that they play, but the fact that it was so close, it's difficult. I've not seen Froyo super closely today. I think you've got to be a massive European fanboy to not favour Froyo.
Yeah,
but
I'm going to open up my notebooks and check the scores of the Froyo games.
But yeah, I'm not gonna entirely rule out Witness. I think this will be a little bit of the Witness trial by fire. And importantly, this basically makes a difference for top seed, which then basically leads into the rest of our playoffs brackets. It kind of decides how the rest of their tournament goes. But you've also got to remember that you've got these situations where now they're playing each other on a best of 2. This is where you feel each other out. Witness has never played this Froyo before at all, right? You know, this is a very, very new experience for them. This is the opportunity to feel each other out, even if they get slammed.
They did scrim earlier at LAN, I will say that much. They had some pre-first group stage game scrims. I do not know the results, so it's not even worth me saying it. But yes, they will have played each other a tiny little bit, but either team could have something hidden up their pocket. I don't think we've seen Syl do that crazy beggar's bazooka stuff that he tried just then. So who knows? There might be some hidden tech that's going to come out for Froyo Tech.
It would be interesting, but I don't know how likely it is still in a group stage game. Maybe if one team gets specifically pressured and almost a little bit of the kind of hype gets to them, where they're like, actually, I don't care that it's groups, I want to win this game, you know? Because getting first seed, like, it gives you a huge ego boost.
And it matters. It actually matters at this LAN. Like, usually we just have a day of scrims as your group stage, but if you can take this first seed, you are playing against an open team first, and then you're playing against Swift, and then you're in the upper bracket final. It's such a nice and easy path for you if you're one of these top 3 teams to get that first seed on the first day, whereas if you are second or third seed, you are getting a nice easy open game to start with, and then you're against the other of the top 3 teams. So it's that first seed helps a lot. You basically get, I hate to say a bye round, poor Swift, I'm being so harsh to them, but it makes it a lot easier for you to get to the winner bracket final rather than to have to play against the other top 3 team again.
It is very, very true, and it's something which is going to be going through all these teams' heads, you know? It's not just a game you're playing now, it's a game you're playing after, and the one after. That's just how these tournaments work. So I do believe our next game is scheduled for not too long from now. So I'm not sure whether we'll have the opportunity to throw for a break temporarily while we get everything set up and possibly start getting ready with some of these players. So, yeah, what do you reckon?
I believe so. I believe we are going to head to a break. I think I'm going to get rid of you and get Cadus back on the desk.
God, what an upgrade. Jesus. What a massive upgrade.
All right. Well, in which case, we will throw it over to a break. Thank you very much for watching, and remember to come right back for Froyo Tech versus Witness.